This is a brutal war, all triggered by a dog. In Hollywood, there are three things you should never mess with: Jason Statham's delivery, Liam Neeson's family, and Keanu Reeves's dog. This film is the perfect example of the last one. You kill my dog, I'll end your life. His name is John, once a legendary hitman, a man with countless bodies on his hands. After retiring to live a quiet life, John was ready to leave the past behind. But now, he's back, and it's all because of a dog. One ordinary day, John took his Ford Mustang and his beloved puppy for a drive. At a gas station, a group of punks approached him, trying to buy his car at a dirt-cheap price. John ignored them and drove away. That night, as John was about to sleep, his puppy started barking like crazy. When John went downstairs to check, the same punks from the gas station ambushed him. They knocked him down, stole his car keys, and worst of all, they killed his dog. The next morning, John woke up beside his lifeless pup. This dog wasn't just a pet. It was the final gift from his late wife, a reminder of the love that kept him from his violent past. Losing the dog meant losing his last piece of peace. With grief in his heart, John buried his dog under the big tree outside his house. Then, in silence, he wiped away the bloodstains on the floor. The fearsome John Wick was back. Meanwhile, those punks took the stolen Mustang to a repair shop. The shop owner took one look at the car and froze. This was John Wick's car. And the punk, standing in front of him? That was Iosef, the spoiled son of Vigo, the most feared crime boss in town. The shop owner kicked Iosef out immediately. He knew better than to touch John Wick's car. But Iosef, arrogant as ever, threw a tantrum. The owner responded by punching him square in the face. News traveled fast, and soon Vigo himself heard about the punch. But when he found out his son not only stole John Wick's car, but also killed his dog, his face turned stone cold. Vigo summoned his son and gave him the beating of his life, like a farewell gift from a father who knew death was already knocking at their door. At the same time, John visited the repair shop and learned the punk was Vigo's son. That made things personal. Going up against the Russian mob made his revenge much harder. But John didn't care. Losing his wife broke his heart. Losing the dog and the car broke his soul. Revenge was now the only option. Back at home, John grabbed a sledgehammer and smashed open the floorboards in his basement, uncovering a long-buried chest filled with weapons and gold coins. Inside the case were his signature guns, the HKP-30L pistols, equipped with compensators to control recoil. There was also a Glock 26 for backup, and a stash of AN/M14 incendiary grenades, which he would later use to torch Vigo's fortune. Soon, John's phone rang. It was Vigo himself, the crime lord begging for his son's life, his voice trembling with fear. But John didn't care. Before Vigo could even finish, John hung up. Vigo knew right then, his son was as good as dead. Still, as a father, Vigo couldn't just sit back and watch. He sent 12 elite assassins to kill John first.